Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It's January the 3rd. My whole face is just naked. I don't have any makeup on, nor do I feel like putting on any. Yeah, I want to tell you what happened in bed last night. I could not sleep. I was in horrible pain. And I'm used to pain. I mean, I've been in several car accidents where I've gone through the windshield twice. I've had my head split open from here to here. I've had this whole side of my face smashed when a lady ran over me. I've had a spinal fusion, a laminectomy, a discectomy, and a myomectomy. And I also had a right hip replaced. I'm getting ready to have the left hip replaced. So last night I couldn't understand where this pain was coming from and what it was all about. I'm going to try to pronounce the word for you. Metatarsalgia. It is the pain coming from the ball of my foot on my right side. And I kept thinking, what have I done different? Well, usually a pair of shoes lasts me 1 year at work. I do like walk about 2 or 3 miles a night, because if I stand still, my body locks up from those 6 rods in my back, and that is even more painful. So I choose to walk and stay constantly moving. Even sitting in a chair is very painful to me if it's not padded like this recliner. So I wasn't used to this kind of pain. And it's inflammation on the ball of my foot. And I've had heel spurs before. Those are very painful. I remember I got one about 5 years ago when I was running down some concrete steps in the Dominican. And then when I went back to the States and I was visiting my sister with her relatives in the room, they were making fun of me because I was limping. Well, there's nothing you can do for a bone spur. They tell you to wait 3 months. If you still have that pain, then go have surgery. Well, it did go away before the 3 months was up. But they made fun of me. And so I curse you. I curse you girls. Let me tell you what. Never make fun of somebody with a medical issue, because you're going to end up with something similar, if not worse, you know? Yeah. Don't never do that. Yeah, karma will bite you in the ass. Yes. So, the only thing you can do for what I experienced last night is to elevate my feet. Well, actually, it's just the 1 foot. But I did, the only thing I can think of which caused this or brought it on is my Skechers last 1 year. They are very good shoe for me. So my Skechers was totally worn, threadbare, and so I didn't wear them anymore. So I went and gravitated to a pair of shoes I had a couple years ago, and I didn't realize that it did not have very good insoles. So I wore those for the last 3 shifts, and that is what brought on the pain. They were not good for someone my age or for someone who does what I do. So I remember back in the early 90s, I had a job, and I didn't have much money back then, and I was wearing cheap Payless flats with no insoles. And I remember they were a little too tight because your feet can swell during the day. And I got this ugly bunion, which I've been told don't never get that operated on because your feet's just never right. But that only flares up once in a while. But this thing I had last night was more painful than anything I've ever had before. Yeah, so because I never slept, I finally went to bed, I guess, about 10 a.m. and I just woke up about 1. So this is not good, people. Please invest in a good pair of shoes that are very supportive, because if your feet go, everything else goes. You see what I'm saying? Yes, I hope I don't look too bad. Yeah, I hope I don't. Yeah. All right, this is January 3rd. This year's not starting off so good, I can tell you that. So, Happy New Year, everyone. Oh, yeah, January 1st, I broke a dozen eggs in the parking lot. Yesterday, My water flow is not correct in my kitchen, and the what is that thing that grinds up your food? Oh my God. God, it's not nice being old. You know, you put your scraps in. Oh, garbage disposal. My garbage disposal is not working, and supposedly everything in my house had been replaced. So now I don't have that. It's just doing this slow humming noise. So then on the 3rd, I get this horrible pain. So let's see what tomorrow's going to bring. All right. Happy New Year.